Hey, this is Chris with the Power of Quiet. Now, you've probably have heard me talk before about the magic of allowing. I talk about it a lot because allowing, in my opinion, is the most powerful word in the whole dictionary and all of our language because it points right to the top about how powerful you are and how all you have to do if you want something to happen in the world, you want to create something, is you don't have to work at it. You don't have to put any effort into it. You don't have to lift a finger in order to get it done. All you have to do is just get out of the way and let your higher power take over. And just by witnessing, you watch the most incredible things unfold right in front of you. So this word allow, it's something that I point to again and again and again. And besides being something that points to something really powerful, it's also something that's very practical. Because when you look at allowing and allowing something to happen, that gives you the opportunity to take a reality check for yourself. Because now just take a look at something that may be a big goal, like a big dream of yours. And when you look at this dream, this really big dream, and you look at, could I allow this to happen? Like right now, just check yourself. Could you actually allow it to happen? Now, probably your mind is going, well, duh, yeah, I can allow it to happen. But look deeper than that. Can you really allow it to happen? Now, when you look within, just see if you notice like any sort of resistance or, oh, not yet, or fear, or any other doubts or noise that's coming into your mind. Well, yeah, but you're not good enough. Or yeah, but you don't deserve it. There's always a yeah, but. And that's not allowing, right? So checking yourself on if you can actually allow it to happen is a great way to measure your acceptance to actually having it. Now, when that acceptance is complete, I'm telling you, whatever it is, no matter how big that is, it happens immediately. Because that is when you're connected with your full power and you're connected with your intention. And that shows you that allowing is really just your decision. So if you can't allow, you're deciding otherwise. All right? So allowing is something that's very practical and you can measure yourself, see where you're at. Now, when you feel it, just feel it in your bones, feel it in every cell, just totally in alignment, like yes, and you know, and the feeling is you have it already. That is when you're fully allowing it. But let's look at allowing in a more universal sense here. Because sure, we can allow something to happen, and we have a tendency to want to do that. Well, I would like to do everything effortlessly, and I would like to have all of these wonderful dreams and goals of mine. But why aren't they all happening? Well, here's another way that you could look at allowing, is allowing everything to be exactly as it is. So if there is like a goal that you're working on and things aren't going your way, could you allow that to be exactly as it is? And check yourself. Chances are there's a no that's in there somewhere. And that no may be very obvious and strong, or you may have to look for it. But see, can you allow yourself to have whatever it is that's showing up in this moment. Like if it's a problem, or if it's an obstacle, or if it's just plain lack that's going on in your life. Could you allow that? Now here's what I'm getting at here, is that when you just allow whatever is in this moment to be exactly as it is in this moment, everything transforms to positive. It can't help but just unfold into the most amazing, positive experience, an abundant experience. Heck, you don't even need to have an intention or, a clear goal of, oh, this is what I would like instead. All you have to do is just allow everything to be. And it'll be perfect. You want to know why? Because the act of allowing is an act of love. It's an act of givingness. And when you're giving and when you're loving, the law of the universe is you're going to receive. And you're going to receive love in equal proportions to your givingness. Right? This is your real connection with the whole universe. And it's in allowing. So when you allow everything, you have everything. All right? So let's work on this so you can experience this for yourself. Take a look at something where you have like an intention or a goal or something that you're working on, and things are not going your way. Things look like they're not going to turn out. It looks like maybe you're going to fail, or you're working at something and it's just going to be all for nothing. All right? You got something in mind? Now, notice your traditional reaction, your normal reaction. Like if you're not paying attention, how is it that you're treating the situation? Are you not liking it so much? Are you wanting it to be different? Are you wanting to fix it? Are you wanting to change it? If that's the case, that's not allowing. That's the opposite. And maybe that is why you're stuck. And as much as you'd want to allow a better thing to be in its place, you can't allow the better thing to happen as long as you're not allowing what is to be exactly as it is. Does that make sense? So the question here is, would you be willing to be totally loving, universally loving, unconditionally loving, and loving from a place of imperturbability, where it doesn't matter either way? Would you be willing to step up into love, true love now? All right? So take a look at the situation and see if there is a no, I got to change that, or there's some resistance to it, or you just plain don't like it. And can you see that that is up to you? That is your reaction to that. Now, could you let go of that not liking it, since you're doing that? And that's not getting you anywhere, not liking it, what's happening now. Could you let go of not liking it? Could you let go of not liking it a little bit more? Could you let go of opposing it? Could you let go of opposing it a little bit more? And a little bit more. And a little bit more. And could you let go of being against what is happening now in this moment? And more. And even more. Just let it go a little bit more. And a little bit more. See, it's just a letting go. You just let go a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And could you let it go a little bit more? And a little bit more. And a little bit more. And even more. And just let go of that not liking it. And let that go even more. And even more. And just see if you feel lighter, if you feel more positive now. See, that's letting go of the negativity, which is letting go of the blockage that you have with this now moment. You're opposing it, which keeps you stuck. And if you feel lighter, you're letting go of that stuckness, freeing yourself. And you could feel that. So whatever is happening now, could you just allow it to be? And just love it as it is. Now I know probably your mind is saying, well, isn't this giving up? Isn't this apathy? Isn't this like coming from not caring? Well, just love what is in the moment. See, if it's apathy, if it's given up, then you want to hide from it. You kind of like want to walk away, right? That's what apathy is about. But love is actually facing the problem, facing whatever seems to be undesirable and being with it. See, that's not apathy. That's not giving up. Now, could you love it and be with it exactly as it is? And could you allow the situation to be exactly as it is? And just surrender to what is here right now. And surrender to now. And let go and surrender to now. And surrender to now even more. And even more. And even more. And even more. And check yourself. See if it's more okay to have whatever's happening now. See if you feel more imperturbable about it. Like you're just fine either way. You know, whether it turns out this way or if it turns out this way. It's all the same. Because I'm all the same. I'm just me. If I'm in this situation here, I'm me. If I'm in this situation here, hey, I'm still me. Right? See, the I of you doesn't change regardless of what happens one way or the other. You see that? So coming from that position, could you just allow it to be either way? And notice what you're experiencing. Maybe you're experiencing a spontaneous quieting of your mind. Because when you're okay either way, there's nothing to complain about. There's nothing to rack your mind over, try to figure out, and try to, change and control and do something about it. Now, you're just being the witness. And coming from the I of you, is there any reason why you can't have it your way? To have your goal. From the I of you. Don't ask your mind. But just in this place of quiet. In this place of love. Isn't anything possible? Now, could you allow it to be what it is that you would decide it to be? To have the goal. Could you just allow it to happen? Now, check yourself. Remember, this allow is a reality check. It's a gut check. You can see for yourself how in alignment you are. See if you're more in alignment. If you're more allowing it to happen, you can accept it. Notice a difference now from before? This shows you the shift. And like I said, when this allowing, this acceptance is complete, you know. You already know it's yours when you're totally allowing it, when you're totally in alignment. And this is how you can go through life. Just being open, being equal-minded towards everything, allowing everything to be in this moment. Just imagine life coming from this place. Effortless, abundant, free, joyous and loving. This is how you can live your life. So check yourself on how much you can allow everything that's going on in your life. And check yourself on your capacity to allow, to love. Be giving love. And check below in the link to see what you can do about it if you have blockages to allowing, if you have a bunch of noise in your mind. I've got a 21-day course that takes you step by step to really practicing this and getting good at it and becoming authentic with it. So you don't spin around trying to do something that idealistically makes sense to you, but you're not getting the results. This 21-day course will get you results because it's all about realizing who you are right now. And that power to step into it takes no time. So step up and live in this world of allowing.